Greetings once again, my friends, fellow modelers, fellow historians, and fellow lovers of everything that's interesting. I got another little goodie to share with you. This is in regards to the SS France. Now, I recently showed you guys the model by Glencoe in 1/450 scale, and I was telling you guys how the original molds came from the Ideal Toy Corporation, ITC. Well, I had found one off of eBay, because you don't really see the France a lot anywhere for sale. And when I saw this, it was actually, the story goes, it's a travel agent who was cleaning out his office. At least that's the story he gave anyway. And he had given the model up for sale. Now, this is also in 1/450 scale. You can see this is the SS France. There is damage to it, so I knew that it wasn't in pristine condition. You can tell by the bridge area. You see the platform that goes out is missing. You got the piece broken off at the bow, the point of the bow. And during shipment, there was some damage. Let me show you guys. The smokestack had come off, and you can see some of the davits came off, as well as a lifeboat. And there's not particularly a whole lot on there. You can see as we go down the promenade deck, or the boat deck, you can see there's a lot missing. Now, my first thought was to restore it. And then I actually kind of thought of, well, maybe, you know what if we repaint it and make it look like the SS Norway? But we'd have to alter it, because when she became the Norway, they added a couple of decks out front. They put one that went all the way down the full length of the ship, and then they put one that kind of ended halfway in the first half of the ship around the smokestack. So we'd have to do some altering for that. That's why I was always on a lookout for inexpensive, if you can find it, kit of the France to turn into the Norway, because I'm going to have to do some altering for the kit. Let me show you the port side. I think what we'll do, we'll take it over to the desk and we'll glue the pieces on, because I think that was during shipment. You guys know how the mailman can be. But you can see the smokestacks are molded in red. Let's see, there's something else molded in red. You can see the housings for the propeller shafts are also in red. And then we have the black, which would be the hull, and it looks like somebody actually painted the windows, because I don't think it came like that, because none of the other ones are done. And you got a little bit more of the lifeboats on the port side, but still there's a lot of them missing. All the way down to the hatch covers and the forecastle deck. And of course the cranes are missing. So I thought of fixing it up and washing it and cleaning it and redoing it, but it's not exactly easy to find the parts to put on here in 1/450 scale. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just glue the parts. We'll glue the parts back on, and we'll kind of keep her the way she is. It's kind of like the character of this ship, or this model. And just picture this sitting in an office somewhere, travel agent, when the SS France was still the SS France. Just before she became the SS Norway, and she was launched in 1980 as the SS Norway. And sadly, an explosion in her engine room while she was port docked in Miami caused her to be taken out of service, and eventually problems with asbestos kept her from being re-entered. So sadly, they tried to save her. She was renamed the Blue Lady briefly, but ultimately she was scrapped. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go to the desk where there's a little bit more light, and we're going to glue all the pieces back together. Okay, so I got to figure out where everything is going to go. You know, it's pretty cool because I didn't notice this earlier, but look at the different boat, lifeboat. It's got the little cabin on it. I wish I had some of the instructions to this. Finding a picture of the box was hard enough. I will scour and try to find instructions. Obviously this doesn't come with the box. There's not even a stand. You can see the bottom, the holes in the bottom where it would rest on a stand. The rudder has been broken off. The rudder looks like it was in red as well, red plastic. And you can see the housings for the propeller shafts. It seems like an awful way to go. Well, maybe not. But you can see the detail on top, and you got the word France, the letterboard on top. You can see the staircases in the back. Now, one of the beautiful things about this ship is this, it's kind of like a glass encased area on the poop deck. It's really beautiful. And I'm not sure if this is what's in this area. If it's a swimming pool, I'm not quite sure. You can see the staircases in the back. All right, so you can see inside, it looks like there's some brackets in there. It's not part of the deck, so you can see it's a separate part. Let's see, how tight is this? Yeah, this is really glued together well, so, and you can see the little seam. All right, so the pieces that I have, we've got the smokestack, and that'll be easily put back on because it just came unglued. There's no broken plastic. We've got one of the lifeboats. You can see it's on the davit. Even that was broken. Okay, so that's got to be glued. So we have 3 of the davits, and we got 1 lifeboat. So that needs to be glued on. We'll glue that on, and then I'll give you a little bit of comparison to this as opposed to the USS United States model that they had come out with. So I guess we can do the easier one first. We can put we can glue this back on. We'll go just like that. So again, this wasn't broken. It's just a matter of the glue coming undone. So when we put the super glue on it, it's really gonna hold. So, all right, make sure I don't lose my Klingon lights. All right, so it's gonna go like that. So why don't we put a little bit of the super glue. Just like that. There we go. Just like that. Give that a couple of minutes to set, and then we'll be ready to move on. It's interesting. Look, you got right in the middle of the ship, looks like a cargo hatch. I wonder what that would be for. I wonder if that's actually there, because I do have aerial video of the ship. We're going to have to put it up for comparison and see how much of the detail on this is accurate. It just seems to be a weird place for a cargo hatch. There are no cranes up there. I guess it'd be for a crane from the dock that we'll be putting everything on. Anyway, this will set. That'll get very strong. Okay, so now where are we gonna put? We got one extra davit. Put a drop of the crazy glue. Alright, so that's on. And see this one, you got the back. It's probably from a broken piece. See, the problem is that there's actually pins that go on the bottom of the davits, and that pin has been broken off. Alright, so let's try to... put the other one on the side of it. Alright, so let's put it right over there. Alright, so we got the davits on. And we're going to give those a minute or two to set, and then we can put some reinforcing drops on just to keep them in place. Now when it comes to the lifeboat, let's see, the pieces are all broken. So in the meantime, what I want to show you guys while this dries, I'm gonna make sure we don't lose the lifeboat. Now this, like I said, this is Ideal Toy Corporation, and Glencoe acquired the molds from them. Let me show you guys something. This one is the SS United States, and this is from Ideal Toy Corporation. And I did a video on this if you guys want to check it out, the whole unboxing. This one is really, really fun. This one actually has a light. Alright, let me open it up and see if I can show you guys some of the... So we got the instructions, and the instructions show you what that one would look like. So you can see how you've got the base with the pedestals. We kind of have the same on that ship. I mean, if I find pictures more, I'm going to scour everywhere for instructions or more pictures of this one. And if I can find it, of course, I'll put it up as we go along. But this is the only reference that I have. And let me show you guys. This is pre-colored. Look at the beautiful smokestacks. Actually, let me see if I can get both of the halves. You can see the painting is a little bit off, but remember, this is from 1953. This one is from 1953, and that one was manufactured in 1963, so a decade later. You can see the beautiful funnels. And again, the plastic was molded in white. See, at one time, that was white, like this. This model that I got is absolutely amazing. That I got it in this condition was just so exciting. It's still in the tissue wrap. And I'm going to put this aside. Again, I was telling you guys, this one came with a light bulb. It actually lights up. So I'm wondering if I should do this video again because I got a better camera and better high definition camera, but you can see it was like a Christmas light that will go inside. and it comes with a plug, and you got the bulb right there. Interestingly, none of the holes are drilled out, so we had to drill out the hull if we wanted to light it. But let me see if I can get this out without making too much of a mess. You can see the hull is actually modeled in red, but it was painted black. You can see the water line. But this is a totally different model, and the rudder and the propellers were in gray, whereas on that one it was in red plastic. And it actually came with a tube of glue. So if you guys want, let me know in the comments and I'll redo this video. It'll be better definition, it'll be high definition. And this is a really amazing kit. I was ecstatic to get this because it's so rare. Here it is. You can see the light bracket, the switch where it's going to go into the base, and you can see how it's going to go through, and it's going to feed through the one of the columns into the model stand, and it's going to come out, and you can see the plug that's going to go in after. So that's how that one was put together, and this is the SS United States. Again, it'd be interesting to see the comparison. I wish I had that for the SS France, but I don't. Let me show you the more of the box that it came in. It's fun, educational, and easy to assemble. Comes with complete illuminating system. And again, none of the portholes were drilled out, so it just kind of glows. Attractive nameplate and ship stand. Like I said, I was very ecstatic to get this. 28 inches long because it's so rare. All right, let me put this one away now. But like I said, guys, if you want, I'll do another video on this because this kind of deserves another look, especially in better definition. All right, let's put that aside. Back to the France. Let me show you guys the what I put on, and let's just put a reinforcing shot of glue. And which ones did I do? Over here. Alright. I don't think I need to give a reinforcing shot to the... No, the smokestack is really on really well. Okay, so what are we going to do with the boat? Kind of need to rest it just like that. So it's, yeah. All right. So there was none, absolutely zero lifeboats over there. So at least we got one of the lifeboats back. So let's see, how many would there have been? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know if there'd be any more. So 22 total lifeboats. Does that sound about right? Let me show you guys a little close-up view of where I put that lifeboat. And we'll let the glue set. You can see it's a really beautiful ship. It's really sad how it its end came. You can see there a little bit of a crack. You can see where the faceplate for the bridge was. You can see the 3 hatch covers in the front. And of course there were railings that are missing. And it looks like the promenade deck kind of overhangs the rest. And I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if the promenade deck overhangs the rest of the ship on either side. I don't remember seeing that, but I'm not sure. But I do have the footage of the ship. We got some people standing on top of the wheelhouse of the bridge, and as the camera pulls away, you can see eventually the ship is going in the aerial view. So we'll do a comparison. We'll do it this way, and then I'll show you guys the video. For the most part, I think this model is pretty accurate. There's just missing parts, so I guess it's not a fair assessment of this model kit. You see the rudder is gone, the propellers are gone. There are pieces in the back that have been broken off. There are davits that are missing. There are several lifeboats that are missing. Going on down towards the bridge area, you can see where that platform would have been for the starboard side. That's missing. You can see some of the things that have been broken off, and there are things missing on the front where the forecastle deck is because of the holes that are there, and then some of the pieces broke off inside. So you can see that the model is in rough shape, but I think one of the things about it is its charm, is that it's been around a long time. This was from 1963, so if it was taken out of the box at the time and put together and put on display, remember 1963, that's a long time ago. It's 2022 now, so she's been around. So when I had seen this on eBay, I had noticed right away that the model kit is in gray. It's not in the colors. So when I saw the colored plastic, I was like, oh, this is something different. So I was actually happy that I got it because this is from Ideal Toy Corporation. Like I said, these are not easy to find. It's next to impossible to get this model. I mean, the only reason I was able to get a picture of the box that it comes in is because that was a previous listing. Hopefully I can find the instructions. I'm really going to scour and look for the instructions. If I can find them, I will put them up for you guys like I usually do. But like I saw, look, I just found out where one of the davits could have gone. I missed that. Well, we put it on the other side. So that's where we ended up putting the extra boat. Well, not extra, but the one that was broken off. So this is the SS France, later to go on to be the SS Norway, and then later to go on still to be the Blue Lady. And kind of a sad ending, but she did have a long career. She went from, I believe, 1960 all the way up to 2008. So she had a pretty good lifespan. She's still a beautiful ship. Again, I'll be on the lookout for a cheaper kit that I can do and I can convert. We'll make the Norway, and I'm going to actually build the decks up on it. So that should be fun. And I do love the color scheme because I love the blues. And there, my friends, is the Ideal Toy Corporation SS France. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until my next video, take care. I'll be showing you guys some artifacts actually from the SS Norway, so that'll be fun, so look for that.